Liz Saville-Roberts.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Dirprwy Llyfarydd, and I congratulate my honourable friend, the member for Glasgow South West, and others who secured this debate this afternoon, and I am very proud to have added my name to the motion. HMRC has been dismantling its services in Wales for over 15 years. Where there were previously 21 tax offices in towns and cities across the country, it is now proposed there'll only be one, and that in South East Wales. HMRC's Porthmadog office in my constituency is one of those threatened by the latest round of closures. Now, this is the home of the tax office's Welsh language unit and also needs enhanced service staff. It's well placed to attract and retain fluent Welsh-speaking staff and offers a naturally Welsh-speaking workplace. Needs enhanced service staff, by the nature of their work, have to be close to the clients who they are visiting in their own homes. This service, of course, the Welsh Language Unit, is serving the region of Wales where demand for Welsh language services is at its highest. And as one of their users, I would urge every Welsh speaker to take advantage of these services, even those people who lack confidence to use the language to discuss financial matters, because you can always drop English words in as well. But not only is it for the good of the language, but particularly because the Porthmadog staff are excellent at their job. But beyond Porthmadog's limited Welsh language remit, HMRC's commitment falls far short of the statutory requirement to treat the Welsh and English languages as equal when providing public services in Wales, particularly as regards the opportunity for businesses and charities such as chapels to have access to services in Welsh, as is their right. And the proposal that the service can be maintained just as well in Cardiff is, to be honest, needs to be questioned. The county of Gwynedd is the home to 77,000 Welsh speakers, 65.4% of that county's population. Cardiff has fewer than half that number of Welsh speakers, and of course is a capital city where the population is not so concentrated of those speakers. HMRC is intent on moving the service from a rural region where Welsh is the language of everyday life and civic administration to an urban centre 150 miles and over 4 hours drive away, about as far from the great majority of its Welsh-speaking users as it is physically possible to go and still be in Wales. If the Porthmadog office building itself, Mapley's T Moelwyn I might add, is the problem, then I would strongly urge the government to look at alternative sites in that area and urge HMRC to do so. I have corresponded with the Financial Secretary of the Treasury on a number of occasions requesting that this be done. Porthmadog County Councillor Selwyn Griffiths and Town Councillor Alwyn Griffith have met the Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for Wales following a public meeting and petition earlier this year. Discussions have been held with HMRC's Regional Implementation Lead Officer, and I am, I hope, right to be quietly optimistic. The DWP office in the same town is perfectly suitable to house the Porthmadog HMRC staff, as is the Gwynedd Council-owned Canolfan Galw Gwynedd, nearby in Minffor. Both these offices are excellent Welsh language workplaces, ideally placed to attract and retain experienced Welsh speakers in the area where Welsh is both a community and professional language. This is an important point. Although Cardiff would look to be an ideal centre for Wales, if we want to have good staff who are used to working through the medium of Welsh, who want to work in Welsh-speaking workplaces, this is the ideal place to locate and to keep those experienced staff. Simply closing these offices also will be a body blow to plans to devolve tax powers to Wales. On the one hand, the Tory government extols the virtue of Wales taking more control over our taxes, something, of course, which Plaid Cymru warmly welcomes, just as we have always done for years. Yet, with the other hand, the means of administering these powers is being systematically reduced. The level of reorganisation proposed should be subject to proper public and parliamentary scrutiny at UK level, and I welcome the debate today. But there are specific issues unique to Wales which must be addressed before any final decisions are reached. Firstly, to recognise that increasing Wales's fiscal powers will require increasing staff capacity as opposed to moving jobs across the border and centralising down in South East Wales. Secondly, that an independent economic assessment of the impact of moving HMRC's Welsh language unit and needs enhanced service jobs from Porthmadog to Cardiff be undertaken. Thirdly, that HMRC works with the Welsh Language Commissioner to undertake a language assessment of the impact of moving these jobs from a Welsh-speaking community in terms of the effect on the rights of Welsh-speaking taxpayers and Welsh-speaking staff. And finally, and importantly, that HMRC officers consider alternative locations in the Porthmadog area, such as co-location with Gwynedd Council or the Department of Work and Pensions, in order to agree a cost-effective solution to retain jobs in the area. I would urge this government to commit to reconsidering the impact of HMRC proposals on its services in Wales, its services to Welsh speakers, its services to the nation as a whole in the light of the devolution agenda, and the significance of well-paid public sector jobs to a low-wage economy such as Dwyfor Meirionnydd. Diolch yn fawr.
Dr. Lisa Cameron.